Hey Gemini, this is your weekly reading for March 14th to March 20th. I'm going to start with your emotion pyramid, and then I'll clarify with cards from Spirit and cards for connections. So the peak of your pyramid is sadness. Now I'm going to keep building on it and find your two major players. That is so counter. Okay. And your root. If the rest of your root lines up with this Three of Spades, I think I might be able to make sense of this. Okay. That's unique. All right, so your two major playing emotions are content and happiness. And then your root is anger. Hold on. Yeah, anger, content, and silly, like feeling dumb. So your root is usually what you gotta work through to get to your next week. So you're working through anger, happiness, and feeling dumb. And then I was really hoping that wasn't the case, but it seems that whatever you were happy about, either it wasn't real or it was a false sense of happiness. Regardless, it wasn't. It wasn't like a real wish. Like either you got wish fulfillment for something that shouldn't have been a wish, or your wish wasn't as fulfilled as you thought it was. It was like your happiness was, whatever was making you happy didn't have a real foundation. And so that's why feeling content is something you got to work through. The sadness is the main thing of your week, so it's kind of like, I don't know, that's weird. Spirit card, do you have vulnerability? Let's see what else I can get. And kindness. Let me pull some connection cards so that I get a full and proper picture, because something just is not adding up for me. Stay optimistic. Getting to know each other. What? I don't understand anything. It's like, if anger, disappointment, and happiness are what you're supposed to be working through, what is your aim? Like anxiety and sadness? Like, what? And then stay optimistic, and as you reveal your innermost self, your bond deepens. Getting like self-work. As you do self-work, something improves. I think maybe you're coming to that realization that you're coming out of this sort of stagnant, not unfounded, but unrealistic happiness. Because, yeah, you're showing me this Jack of Clubs and you're showing me this Queen of Clubs. But it's like you get the big arcana of sadness, which shows me that it's there to sort of shake you up. Because, first of all, if you were to be making your way to the utmost happiness, or if you were really already there, and maybe there were just some adjustments to make, this Nine of Clubs would have been the Ace of Clubs to tell you to work through a sense, like work through non-movement, meaning like you had some movement to make. And this would have been fear. Because you're like, I don't want to lose what I already got because I got to move. It's like, no, you're moving so that it gets better. And it would only ask you to move a little bit. But this is asking you to move a lot. And asking you to be vulnerable, as this card says here. Vulnerability is my strength. And to exercise a certain level of kindness. Because look, if you were really in that place, Gemini, you would give me the King of Clubs. You would have given me the King of Clubs, straight up. If you had given me any club under the number 9 or the number 8, I could have said, don't worry, you're in business. But instead, there is. So that's why it's like positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. I think you're coming to the realization that you need to be optimistic about the self-work you need to do. That will bring you to actual happiness, even if it doesn't look like what you think it does or what you want it to look like. Because you're so busy wanting it to look a certain way that you're not really focusing on. It's about how it feels, not what it looks like. And if it doesn't feel great when you have it, and you're just not where it's like if you just ignore a few things, you see, like it says getting to know each other. It's like, see, it's really hard to see that this is not a person, but it's like, how can you be in your Jack and Queen of Clubs in like the purest happiness and fulfillment, but you barely know the person? You barely know what's going on, like, or you have an idea of who they are, but you're like, I don't know any, like, we don't share the same, I don't know anything about what you know about. There is no way you could be happy, that happy. You could have been the 9 of Clubs. You could have been the 4, 5, and 6 of Diamonds, where you're like excited of like a new connection or whatever, but you're not like, you can't be fulfilled by somebody you don't know. It just doesn't work that way. You need to get to know each other. And I feel like as you get to know the person, you're starting to feel a little bit upset, and that's what Spirit's telling you, like you don't match as much as you want to match with this person. But if you knew at least a little more about them, you wouldn't be seeking so much connection with them in the first place, because they're like, wait, this is not the kind of person I want to be with. Why are you even aiming for them in the first place? I think you need to be vulnerable and really figure that out and be honest with yourself. If this isn't someone you seek to be in your life, and this is not necessarily love, like romance, like it's like a friend or a family member even, it's like, if you know you don't match, why do you want them so bad? What do they represent to you? Because you don't own anybody, you know? Nobody belongs to you. So, like, they have no obligation to be there, essentially, even if they match. But, like, and if they don't match, like, there's no good reason for them to stick around. So, what is it? And is it abandonment? How can you feel abandoned by someone who's not even supposed to be there in the first place? You know, abandonment comes from something that's there to nurture you, but If something's not meant to house you, then why do you want it so bad? And I feel like with a little bit of contemplation, Gemini, you're going to find out the answer. This was an interesting delve into you. I hope this helped, honestly. I'm sorry I was so confused at first, but I hope this helped, honestly. That is everything I have for you, Gemini. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next week. Bye.